The Evil Nun. In the quiet town of Ravenshade, perched on a lonely hill, stood the St. Gertrude Convent. Its stone walls were ancient, weathered by time, and a sense of unease seemed to cling to the air around it. The townspeople rarely spoke of the convent, except in hushed whispers after dark. They said it was cursed. At the heart of these rumors was Sister Agnes. Pale, stern, and silent, she had served the convent longer than anyone could remember. She rarely left the grounds, and when she did, her cold gaze would send chills down the spine of anyone she crossed. But the true horror began when young Elena arrived. Elena, a bright orphan, was taken in by the convent to begin her training as a novice. She was eager to serve, grateful for the shelter, but something felt wrong from the start. The convent halls echoed with strange noises at night, whispers too soft to make out, the sound of footsteps pacing above the old wooden ceilings. Worst of all was the bell tower. It hadn't rung in years, but Elena swore she heard it toll faintly at midnight. One evening, while cleaning the ancient library, Elena discovered a locked door she hadn't noticed before. Curious, she searched for the key and found it hidden inside an old hymn book. When the rusted lock clicked open, a wave of cold air swept out from the room beyond. Inside, she found a shrine, unlike anything holy. Black candles half melted, ancient symbols painted in crimson on the walls, and at the center, a portrait. It was Sister Agnes. But her face was twisted in rage, her eyes almost inhuman. Suddenly, a voice echoed behind her. "You should not be here." Elena turned to see Sister Agnes standing in the doorway, her face half hidden by the shadows. What is this?" Elena stammered. Agnes stepped forward, eyes narrowing. "Prayers. For lost souls." But Elena knew there was more. She began to notice the other nuns were silent around Sister Agnes, almost fearful. Whispers spread that years ago, Sister Agnes had once been kind, but something had changed after a young novice mysteriously vanished. Determined to uncover the truth, Elena stayed awake one night and followed Sister Agnes into the crypt beneath the convent. The air was damp, thick with decay. There, she saw Agnes kneeling before an ancient altar, chanting in a language that made Elena's skin crawl. Suddenly, the nun's head snapped around. "You cannot stop this." The shadows in the crypt began to move. They coiled around Sister Agnes, twisting into the shape of something ancient and hungry. Agnes rose, her voice echoing unnaturally, "The convent belongs to me. And so will you." But Elena was not alone. She remembered a passage she had found earlier, an ancient prayer for exorcism. Clutching her rosary, she recited the words, her voice trembling but growing stronger with each verse. The shadows recoiled. Agnes let out a terrible, guttural scream as the darkness lifted from her body, burning away like smoke and sunlight. She collapsed, pale and trembling, but human again. The spirit that had possessed her was gone. From that night forward, the convent began to heal. Sister Agnes, though forever scarred, found redemption in the light. And Elena had learned that true evil can be defeated, not with fear, but with courage and faith. Moral: even in the darkest places, light has the power to overcome.